Hey folks, welcome to Auman Landscape YouTube channel here. I'm going to do a voiceover reaction video thing to some time lapse we shot of a couple of our team members, Josh and I think Mr. Bo on this, Travis in and out on a culvert crossing we did here at the office. So let's run through this. Here we go. So we got this cut out. I got the time lapse out late, of course, so that was kind of whatever. We're talking about grade and where we're at. I'm kind of checking some things. I don't like to micromanage stuff, and I don't really, but I want to make sure this is part of the overall vision of the property here. So I want to make sure that we set these beautiful ADS HD storm culvert pipes properly. These are two 12-inch double wall units here of the HD variety, which are super nice. From our friends at ADS there, by the way, Advanced Drainage Systems. So there's Pap coming in there, check things out. He was delivering flowers from Grandma's Lions Club flower sale there. Britt buys a bunch of annuals for that for the company. So we're rolling that pipe in here. We've been digging and setting out, so we dug it out a little deeper, so we got 4 inches of clean stone below it for bedding. Now, when you don't want water passing through these things, you need to use a dense grade stone, by the way. So we used all clean on this one because we're okay with water passing through there. But in a lot of cases, you're going to put dense grade material in there so water's not passing through. You want to direct it through the pipes. But we did that. We put geogrid in the bottom of that to help support everything. So we put a great biaxial side geogrid. Got it in there and actually changed my mind on the elevation because it was going to make us hump the driveway up too much. So there we are yanking that geogrid out of there. By the way, this stuff's incredibly durable. Watch Tensar's video, Box of Rocks, if you want to see how well geogrid actually works. So Zeke and Levi coming in here and getting messy and doing their thing. Mr. Bo and the hoe there. Getting things cleaned out. But this is where we're using a laser. We got that Milwaukee laser out there, by the way, dual slope laser. Josh fighting with one of our pumps there was having issues, one of our dewatering pumps there, our trash pumps having some issues priming. And so we got a second one in there to start pulling water down. So we decided to change our elevation of the pipes. The invert is the bottom of the pipe, the bottom inside of the pipe. That's called the invert. The spring line is the halfway point. So we changed our invert height. We went ahead and lowered it a little bit. Didn't really want to, but needed to, again, to keep up. Because the problem is we have very little drainage. If any of you folks know anything about Rio Amano, which is the amount of water that passes through this place is just nuts. But what we've got going here is a situation that we need to get water under the driveway because it goes over the driveway and it's really unprofessional and rough looking. And the more clients we have visiting, the more we need this place looking top notch, right? Especially for the prices that we charge and the experience we're crafting for our clients. You can see the dewatering pump really kicking in here, getting this water level down. Using that Milwaukee laser there, Milwaukee dual slope, love that laser. Runs on an M18 battery, absolutely awesome. There's Mr. Travis. Now he's in from a project. He brought a tool cage up for us so we have our tools super handy. That's really important to us. You can see it on behind the Cabelco excavator there. We got a cage full of the pumps and pump fittings and hoses and all that stuff. And then a tool cage, which is full of every tool we'll need on any kind of job like this. Travis down here staging gravel for us, bringing it from our own yard supply. Again, clean stone bedding the pipe so that it holds in there. So you can see we're putting in a heavy-duty biaxial geogrid in there with clean stone. We're using the laser then to check grade and make sure it's going to get in there, the elevations we want. Look at that steel wrist in there getting so handy. It just makes setting all this material a breeze and getting it very accurately in there, by the way, is just a dream. Absolutely. One of my simple pleasures in life is running that excavator with the steel wrist, man. I'm telling you, it is just a pleasure. Love being in that excavator. And love this work in general, man. Just gosh, it's I need to be in the office operating the business, but gosh, it feels good to get out in the field and do some of this stuff from time to time. Probably drive the guys crazy, but man, it is nice to get out and kind of do the fun work, the fun hard work, the easy hard work. This is the easy hard work. The hard work is being in the office, paying for this stuff and selling the jobs and making the connections. So we're setting our pipe there. We're getting it elevated. Got it bedded in. Josh getting our lower in there. He's got a laser on it, checking things. We're checking our inverts. I'm getting them spaced just right. Green stripe up for a super professional job there. But again, we're getting the pipe. This is where that steel wrist really comes in nice. He's grabbing that pipe bedding. And the thing about that open graded stone that's nice is it wraps around and works around the bottom of the pipe really well. And we're back. Had a delivery there. We got a delivery of grass seed, turf seed from our friends at Failer Feed Mill. Come in here, folks, we have as much stuff delivered as possible, and here's the why. We pay the $75 delivery fee, $225 delivery fee, depending on the bulk and quantity of material. But that spent there is allowing me to, you know, instead of me running the feed mill or paying some of our guys that could be on billable time, it's allowing me to get other work done that actually is profitable, right? I don't have a YouTube video so much, but it does allow me to achieve our goals and objectives by having people do or paying delivery fees. We're not delivery drivers anyhow, so why not pay delivery drivers to do that at what they do best and most efficiently? Big thanks to our friends at The Energy Drink here. They sent us samples to try out, and this was pretty good. I like it. So, cheers. So we're working on getting that bed pipe, pipe bedded in with that clean stone. Again, an angular clean stone. It's going to sit really, really tightly. And so what Josh and I were doing there is we got that in. We were taking a tool and making sure we were working that, just bedding the heck out of that thing so that pipe sits. When that circle, which is a super strong shape, when it's supported, when you get that around there, setting that geogrid in there, biaxial geogrid in there, and now we're getting that bedded down, that makes this sandwich. And again, if you watch that Tensar video, Box of Rocks, that'll help you understand how this stuff really works. Me and my Equip hat there, promo code Auman, 50% off your Equip tickets. Be on the right side of history, folks. Use promo code Auman for everything. LMN for Equip, for Lattice diamond blades, I don't know anything else. But anyways, getting that geogrid sandwiched in there, and it really feels like a great accomplishment there. But Levi, do you have any observations here when we're putting this pipe in? Come around the side here if you want. Okay. Working on got 1 minute of this video left, guy on rollerblades. But we're getting that pipe. You can see our dewatering pump got behind there, so I'm firing. No, actually, we're just abandoning it. We're good. So we got that in there. Now Bo's taking our backfill and kind of armoring the sides there. Some number 2 stone with some dense grade in it. So we're going to armor those sides. That's also going to help keep some water from passing through there. But we're just getting stuff watered in here, or watered in. Just getting it kind of set in there and worked in. So getting this area all cleaned up. The next time you see this, this whole area will be a riprap basin. And then we're going to continue a drain line out 300 feet to the northwest to keep this area draining out. So it's going to be awesome. I got to feed our dewatering pump there with some more gasoline. Those sure cans are handy, man. No, sure can. If you want to send a compensatory check, 4757 Plum Road, Carroll, Ohio, 43112, that'd be fine. Here we brought in the big truck here to get rid of some spoils. So that's one thing. Anytime you dig like this, you're going to have leftover material, and you got to plan on getting that out of there. So we're digging that out, getting that moved on. Britt, you got commentary?
There's a delivery here.
Failures are here. Okay, so our grass seed is here. We're going to pause, and we're back. Just got our seed offloaded here. Bagged gold, man. That turf-fed fescue. It is coming down though in price. So that's good news. Maybe it isn't. I don't know. Maybe more signs about the economy not being great. That being said, folks, here, I guess I could have paused and not rushed through this whole thing so much, but exporting material is a big deal, guys. And you got to remember, on these kind of jobs, how we're going to get rid of excess. And man, that big truck is handy for that. Unfortunately, we're getting rid of that truck. It's probably going to sell this weekend. But getting rid of materials is a big deal, and we always got to be thinking about that. That's why we got these 1-ton dumps. Eventually, we're going to get into 450 dumps, F450 style trucks, and again back into these like F650 size trucks. And just export's a big deal. We don't want to haul in a bunch of material. That's not our game. But getting rid of stuff, that is our game. And whatever. So okay, so we're staging and getting this material out of here. And fortunately, again, this is at our office at HQ here. And you can see Rio Mano just running like crazy as always. But just fading in and out. There we go. So I think the camera died there is why we cut it off. But you'll be able to see it now. Actually, I'll tell you what. Let's run down there real quick. I'll show you how it's going right now. We'll literally walk out real time here. Here we go. Zeke on rollerblades. Zeke, can you open those bags for me? Thank you. Okay, we'll just take a quick walk down and we'll show you. So we got this crazy pond situation. We got all this daggone algae. It's this filamentous algae, I think is what it's called. What a pain that stuff is. Okay, so walking down our beautiful path here with all this turf type tall fescue. We did sod in this area here, folks, and man, when you can get your clients to do sod, that is the way to go. Air lines for our aerators that somehow got combined out here. I don't know, crazy stuff. We've got 70 acres that drain through here. So we knew that when we bought the place. It was always wet and soggy in here anyway. So we thought, why not let it be its true self and we'll be a pond. that being said, you know, so we got this watershed coming through here, and when it rains, man, it rains. I think Brittany figured 1.5 million gallons in a 1-inch event coming through here, providing 100% shedding. So this is it at the moment. Well, it's kind of rough. I was gonna get this dressed up yesterday, but ran out of time. But we got those dual wall ADS 12-inch pipes, and then we got a green SDR 35 pipe running up connecting to our basin there. That is actually our pond overflow. So you can see some remnants of geogrid and stuff. We got that area cleaned up. We've got a watershed coming through here. We're gonna regrade this and get this running down in here. We're gonna do a riprap section in here. So we're gonna get some 6 to 8 inch or maybe 6 to 10 inch riprap boulders in here for now. We'll grass this off real nice. We're gonna do maybe something similar with that right here, and then cut a channel running out. Now we've got 24 inches there, and we've got 48 inches of total fall. So that makes very little. I mean, it's like a 0.6% slope, I think is what it is, that we got to work with. Practically flat. It's gonna be very challenging, but we're up to it. We'll set that Milwaukee dual slope at probably 0.5% slope, and we'll start hammering from there. Okay, so that being said, this pipe that runs through here, I've got to seal that because it's just running into their raw dog right now. We got to take some hydraulic cement and pack that. We're going to de-water it and do that. You'll see a video on that. But that's the deal. That's it now. So now we don't have water. I'm yet to see water come over the driveway, which is great. Going through there. So that being said, that is the current status of Rio Amano here. And when you do those, when you do culverts like that, the bedding of the pipe, again, is a big deal. In this case, we were using number 57 limestone. But again, there's cases where you're gonna need to use a dense grade material like this number 411 or a 46D or class category 6. I don't know what it is up north, but if you see a problem, it is your problem. So it goes with trash. Like, great quote I picked up there from my sister. And if you see a problem, it is your problem. I thought that was really impactful there. So, I mean, geez, problems everywhere. Gonna be exhausting. Okay, I've got to get this trailer situation taken care of here. But that's it, folks, from Auman Landscape, Auman HQ. But yep, the pipe bedding thing, by the way. The best way to set pipe, and really any pipe, if you can afford, or your client, you can convey the value of bedding the pipe with a clean stone or even a dense grade stone if you have to, you'll see great results. Okay, I gotta get this off of here to move it out of the way. This wheel's locked up. There we go. All right, let's go, folks.